This boy and girl are going to be well equipped when the time comes to take their places as worthy members of adult society.
Aloha, y'all. This is Daniel Eisenman, the host of the Breaking Normal podcast, where my guests are all invited based on the frequency of synchronicity, all done in person, and all trailblazers in the breaking of all things normal. All right, y'all. Welcome to the Breaking Normal podcast. I'm here with the first guest of the Breaking Normal podcast.
And hopefully not the last guest.
And we're doing it in a new way. I've never done the podcast this way. I've done a few podcasts where Callum is sitting in the throne, but not on video in the place that I started. As I alluded to yesterday, this was a fort. This was my fort for a while, and now it's my home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So welcome, JP.
Thank you for having me in your home.
Yeah. What brings you to Boulder? And let's do this Breaking Normal app style, just real quickly. I don't want to get too caught up with the current details because I feel like there's so much to catch up on in a big way. But why are you here in Boulder? What's your impression? I know you've been here before. You actually have quite a famous video making fun of this town.
I do, yeah.
And in a good way.
Yeah. Well, what brings me to Boulder this trip? I'm doing business with an awesome dude. His name's Kevin Dahlstrom. He owns a company called Bolt. They do testosterone optimization for men. And that's something I've been doing for the past 6 years, dramatically improved my life in terms of self-confidence, energy, and just helping me be optimized because breaking normal, I think a lot of men deserve better than normal. I at least believe that about myself. So anyway, I've been working with this company, Bolt, for maybe 6 months or so, and they're just revolutionizing TRT for men. They do it in such optimized ways. So I've been so stoked working with them. So I've got a great working relationship. So here filming content with them. And of course, you live here, so getting to spend a lot of time with you and your beautiful little one. And yeah, my impression of Boulder, I like Boulder better now than before. I think any other time I've been to Boulder, it's been great. It's always been such a wonderful place. But this trip has been, even though it's like a work trip, it's just been fun. Like we were on an epic hike this morning that I've never done in Boulder. We hung out yesterday, go cold plunging in the creek, saunaing. So this trip is, to me, Boulder's gotten better, but I think I'm just experiencing better things about Boulder and people I like better about Boulder.
Yeah, because I was reflecting on how many places we've spent quality time together.
That's a lot.
And they're some of the best places in the world, I would say. Yeah. We both traveled a lot. If I remember correctly, tell me if you want to fill in some more gaps. But I clearly remember Encinitas, Kauai, Byron Bay, Charleston, Austin. I forgot on the post yesterday, Sunshine Coast, British Columbia.
Oh, yeah.
Montana, Costa Rica.
Yeah, we've been around.
So, if you had to describe, how would you differentiate these towns? I'm just going to put you on the spot. Like maybe a flavor or a one way you would describe a word or description
Of each town?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Bounce around, and maybe Encinitas.
Yeah, Encinitas, surfer vibe, chill. Byron Bay would be closely related to that, chill town, but super over amplified, purple spiritual crystals.
Crystal Castle.
Yeah. I forgot about that. And then Kauai, just magical, I think would be the best word. Montana, epic nature. Charleston, humid. Yeah, but I loved it. And then, Austin, home. That's my home now. Yeah.
I'm happy you played that game with me. That was fun.
Yeah. Oh, and then Sunshine Coast, British Columbia, oysters. Do you remember those huge oysters?
All you can eat, baby. We were cooking them. I was getting
in raw.
I was nauseated.
Yeah. I have never been full off oysters, but those were so satiating. I mean, borderline need to throw up because you eat so much of them and they're so rich. But you just get them out of the water, break them open, and eat. Yeah. Yeah. Where would you say, if you had a favorite, and if you don't, if you were pretending like you had a favorite place you've been in conjunction with me, where would that be?
The places we've been together?
Yeah.
Byron Bay.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, because Byron Bay, it's, to me, I'm biased as a surfer. It's like the Santa Barbara coastline, but more consistent surf, maybe not as epic. So you got like Santa Barbara surf line, and you got like Costa Rica jungles, like with Minion Falls and all that. And then you got like these like rolling Irish hills, like on the way to Mullumbimby.
Yeah.
And then you have Mullumbimby, which is like, I don't know, it's like what, San Francisco, like 1890.
Yeah.
It is like the ultimate hippie town. And I just like, I love the life. Oh yeah, and all the buskers, the music. You get a little. There's a really legendary music scene there. There's like a little Austin vibe there in the streets.
Yeah, and I heavily associate Byron Bay with a friend of ours, such talented musician, Dustin Thomas. Even though he's not from there, he was performing there and hanging out with them for a period when we were there. So that helps color my Byron Bay memories as even like more favorable.
Yeah, Dustin and I share the same birthday. You remember that story? He was the one that sort of inspired me to stop sharing my age, because when he told me his birthday was June 1st, I got kind of caught up in trying to figure out what year it was, and then I realized he wasn't telling me, and then I realized I'm going to stop sharing my age.
I still think nobody knows how old Dustin is.
Yeah.
Somewhere between 25 and 45, probably.
Yeah, Dustin's supposed to be on the show now for about 5 years, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow, Dusty. Oh man, speaking of our friends, who are our friends that inspire you the most? Just let's name 5 of them. Our mutual friends.
Yeah, so Jordan Bowditch, he lives close to me in Austin now, and I shared this with him recently. Like, to me, he's someone you hang out with him now, like, cool, I'm getting up-leveled. He calls me out on my shadow, brings tough things up, which is just so fertile for a friendship. But he's someone, I told him, to me, he's grown more over the past, I guess, since I met him in Kauai over the past 9 years than anyone else. Like, he was like kind of young man, I don't know, just young man-ish. And now he's just so solid, and how he's taken ownership over just leading his family and some of the adversities he's been through, and how he is such a helper of different family members of his. It's like wow, you transformed yourself into a leader, and I got to witness it. It's really cool.
Yes, Jordan also shares the Davina's birthday.
No kidding.
Yes, and Jordan is the man. Jordan, you are the man.
That's fact check.
I
true.
definitely miss Jordan. Jordan was living next door to us when Davina was born, so they shared the birthdays as next door neighbors on Neptune.
That's so cool.
And I miss having Jordan as a next door neighbor.
Yeah.
I
recommend having Jordan as a next door neighbor. He's now 10 minutes from me, but that's close enough.
Thank you. This is also a fun game. So who's next?
What was the question? Who inspires?
You know how you asked me out of those mutual places, which one do I like the most?
Yeah.
I'm asking you out of our mutual friends, who are the top 5 inspirational that come to mind or heart as I put you on the spot?
Yeah. I mean, the gentleman sitting next to us, Cal, met at Nathaniel's wedding, and I mean, very similar to how I describe Jordan. Maybe you'll see Cal on camera in a little bit, but you know, Cal's been my videographer for 7 years. Yeah. And before that, we were working together a little bit, then full-time the past 7 years, and just seeing how he's grown as a person, how he'll get dedicated to something like kettlebells or whatever it is, but just seeing his discipline and how he takes ownership, which is a very man thing to do, how he takes ownership over the work. And so he shoulders so much in the way of responsibilities. And it's one thing to do that for a short stretch. like, a week, I did a lot for a week, but 7 years with a tremendous workload. I just really admire that. And then like also he's been such a constant for me. Like he's been with me like literally in my house, going through the toughest periods of my life, going through the best periods of my life, and everything in between. So just how he shows up, and his ears always open, and yeah. So Cal is on Mount Rushmore.
When's your birthday, Cal?
August 10th.
August 10th. Cool.
That's my birthday. I feel like someone should share your birthday. I don't know. Who else mutually do we know?
Well, I also, Cal, so y'all met at Nathaniel's wedding. That was
Yeah.
the first time you met.
That's when we met,
Okay. Is it true, though, that because Cal helped sell the Rob Ross retreats, did you ever sell a retreat that JP was going to be on?
I don't think so.
No, okay, wow.
Yeah.
Fascinating. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, this is
Very-
next business.
Very serendipitous how that was not serendipitous.
That's true. That's true. All right, who's next, baby?
Yeah, man, that's a good question. Like, I know we know so many epic people in common, but I think Jordan and Cal are just one. They're the two I know best,
Okay.
and whether it's that or just it's true to me, they stand out so much more. So I will leave it at those two.
See how he shifted. That's the expert
Thank you.
who denied my question in such a
Yeah.
nice way.
And we're building better rapport
Yeah, I feel
by
good.
me telling you that we've built better rapport.
Well, I feel good about you not answering the rest of the questions because I think that was too much.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. It's very bad line of questions. But, and also I'm curious whether they're mutual people we know, have spent time together or not, but who's the like tangible person that you know that inspires you the most?
Regardless if they've spent.
Yeah.
The tangible person that I know that inspires me the most is my dad.
That's a great, I was hoping you'd say that.
Yeah.
That I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I feel like that's just not very common nowadays. And I wish it was. I don't wish guys would just say that, but I wish that was true for more guys, and therefore they'd say that.
Yeah, that's a big topic.
Yeah.
Speaking of your dad,
Yeah.
I have not met Wilder, have I?
I don't think you have.
How
no.
is that? How is that possible? I guess because we've met when you've been traveling over
Yeah.
the years, like
Yeah.
reunion. What's been your favorite thing about reuniting with me so far?
I would say the word nostalgia, it's something like longing for what was. So I would say it's not even longing for what was because we have it together. So I would say it's like this blend of nostalgia and feeling of family. I think I mentioned to you yesterday, it doesn't feel like, is that yours?
No, I don't think so. That was
Talking
that's so interesting. We'll chalk it up as a synchronicity.
to my dad.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it, but we just heard a young girl yell for dad.
Yeah, non-panic, so we don't.
Yeah.
We're justified not going to rescue. But to me, a marker of a real friendship is you can go long periods being apart, and I think it's 2 or 3 years since we last saw each other. And then when you're together, it feels like you were together yesterday. So experiencing that with you, which I think is my way of using a lot of words to say my favorite part of hanging out with you the past couple days is the feeling of connection.
I agree with that. I feel that a lot. I definitely feel the nostalgia mixed with that.
Yeah.
And it's inspiring to do more of it in the future.
Yeah.
That's an amazing thing. It's my other really good redheaded friend Eric Neff, who I think you've met along the
Yeah.
ways. He's so full of wisdom. As you are.
Yeah, well,
It
thank
seems like
you.
red hair, like I might be a little racist for redheads being maybe smarter or wiser than the usual folk.
Yeah, I don't see that, but I like that you do.
So, anyways, I remember Eric talking about like, yeah, someone's gonna have to really make an effort for us to keep reuniting.
Yeah,
And I think like every time the group reunites, it's definitely fuel for that fire.
yeah,
But it's an interesting thing as we get old enough to consider using testosterone.
yeah, yeah.
I want to talk about that. You said you used testosterone for 6 years.
Yeah,
So Cal got to see the transition.
yeah,
Yeah,
Cal.
Oh man, all right. And Cal, in your 7-year stint is coming to a transition as
Yeah.
well. And transitions. That's how long I was pretty much with Diana for
7 years.
7 years. How about you and Amber?
Let's see. We met on one of your retreats. Just drum roll. So that
Costa
would
Rica.
have been early 2017, and then we split up almost 2 years ago. I moved out December 26th, 2023. So we were together. What is that? 6.5 years or so.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
almost 7.
almost 7. Yeah. And
So
now you're leaving me after 7 years, Cal.
And where was when you started using testosterone and you and Amber transitioning? Where was the timing of that?
Oh, started TRT in 2019, so 4.5 years before we split.
Okay. And now, what does TRT mean? What does that mean you're using TRT?
Yeah, so TRT stands for testosterone replacement therapy. I think testosterone optimization is a simpler way to say it. But statistically, we're in a testosterone epidemic. The average guy today, their testosterone is 50% lower than the average guy 40 years ago. The average, I think it's 27-year-old, average 22-year-old today has the testosterone of a 67-year-old man from 25 years ago. So testosterone has dropped. And I think there's so many factors to that. Poor lifestyle, poor nutrition, not enough exercise, less than optimal sleep. I think microplastics, estrogenic chemicals. I think the problem is there's not a problem. There's so many problems. It's just kind of like, where do you start? You can definitely reduce factors, but can you eliminate those? So, yeah, I was seeing a.
I didn't ask for the reason that you use testosterone.
Oh,
I was just asking, what does that mean that you're on it?
oh,
Like,
so,
does that mean
yeah,
like, you
it-
inject a little
oh, yeah, I
gas
mean,
every day?
yeah,
like,
it
a
means
certain
you
milligrams?
inject testosterone into your butt cheek.
I do appreciate what the reasons. I wonder about those statistics as well. Like my testosterone plummeted when I ate that raw vegan diet.
Yeah,
And I could feel it.
yeah,
And I've never got it checked since then. When I got it checked then, it was below 100.
yeah. That's
For
wild.
like 20, they were gonna give me testosterone, and I was like, "Nah, I'm just gonna eat." I ate like a pound of salmon that night, and like I got morning wood for the first time in a
Yeah.
long time. And it was just like, and then I thought differently. Like my whole mind shifted.
Yeah,
Did you feel that when you first started using it? Did you like feel a drastic thing like this?
yeah. Over the course of 3 months, the most drastic thing I felt was self-confidence and energy, just very noticeable.
Did you notice women looked at you differently?
No, being married at the time, maybe I don't know if they did or didn't, but I definitely wasn't observing one way or another.
So, do you take like I've heard? I mean, like, is this steroids? Is that what this is? And what's the difference? And I'm imagining you're doing it like in a clinical dosing setting.
Yeah, for sure. So, testosterone is a steroidal hormone.
Okay.
It's an anabolic hormone. When you hear steroids, like in the bodybuilder sense, that can mean anything. Usually it does include testosterone, but it also includes a lot of unnatural compounds, whereas
Close
testosterone,
that door. There is a daughter crying with a dad right now.
that's
Interesting.
speaking for many women, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
But testosterone is something natural to the body, whereas a steroid like Tren, that's the body doesn't make Tren, so it doesn't work well with it.
So is the idea when someone's using TRT, it's like a bioidentical hormone that our body makes, you're just adding more to it exogenously?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and the goal, there's, I think in a way, unfair criticism of TRT because you can look at bodybuilding doses and they're like, dude, those bodybuilders are dying at age 30, and a lot are. And they're doing a lot. Like, for example, a pro bodybuilder is doing 2,500 milligrams of testosterone a week and other steroids.
Okay.
And that is so bad.
Okay. All right.
So bad. With TRT, the goal isn't to make your testosterone too high. You don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You want optimization. So low testosterone is a problem. Normal testosterone is a problem because the clinical normals are based on a sick population. Optimal testosterone is the goal, in my opinion. So, working with a credible doctor, you go over your blood work, then they put you on a protocol for where you're at and where you need to bump up to. And then you're retesting to make sure your dosage, it's not too much, not too little. And yeah, for me, I started it as part of a longevity practice. I was working with a renowned longevity doctor. So that was my goal. I'm just wanting to optimize myself to not only live long, but live high quality.
Well, I mean, there are so many studies pointing, not even studies, but what I see in my life, that strong people seem to do better into longer years.
Weird how that works. Yeah.
And it seems like you've added muscle.
Yeah.
I'm like, especially in your legs. When I look at those thighs, I'm like, dang, son.
Well, thank you for
those are some hams.
looking at my legs.
Well,
Yeah,
they're just there.
I would say. Yeah, it's weird what optimal levels of the major anabolic hormone for men will do for you. So, yeah, probably, the first year or so, maybe 6 months of optimizing my testosterone, I put on 20 pounds of muscle. And that wasn't the goal.
Wait, how long?
6 months to a year.
20 pounds of muscle. Wow. But
Honestly,
you look
like less than that. Like I remember I don't know if my audio will pick up, but we were playing ping pong like shirtless, and it was like 3 months after you got on.
Yeah.
And I remember he never told me that he got on, and we were playing ping pong one day, and I was like, dude, what the fuck? You're like so much bigger. And it was from testosterone, but I think you're like a hyper responder because I've seen other people that do not put on that much. So I think that like your body takes it like way more than other people.
Yeah, and I mentioned like the bodybuilder dose. Like if you want to you can kill yourself with anything. Drink too much water. You can kill yourself with too much testosterone. Those bodybuilder doses are 2,500 milligrams, I think it is, a week. The upper end of TRT, guys can be prescribed as much as 200 milligrams. I'm on 70 milligrams a week.
okay.
And that's a microdosing protocol, injections spread out so it just matches your body's natural rhythm. So I'm on a relatively speaking, very small dose, and I do seem to be a hyper responder. And that's one of the reasons why it's important to get blood work rechecked, because if they put me on 200 milligrams a week, my levels would be like unhealthy too high.
So what does that make your levels at? Like, what are you aiming for as your optimal level?
1,000.
And is that when's the last time you got tested?
I think September. So 9 months ago. I'm due for a recheck, but yeah, it was, I think, 1,080.
Nice. That's a nice number.
Thank you. Yeah, 1080.
Yeah.
It's been around 3 times.
And then you were explaining to me with this company, a little I understood that they are using MCT oil as what the testosterone is being sustained in for the injection instead of cottonseed oil.
Yeah.
Okay, see, that was new news to me.
Yeah, normally, your testosterone, it comes in a carrier oil. Everybody uses cottonseed oil. It's highly inflammatory. Y'all probably know about the dangers of seed oils. But I would hypothesize they use that just because it's so inexpensive. But like if you go to Whole Foods to buy MCT oil, like it's pretty expensive. So this company, the founder wanted to solve problems for himself. He wanted TRT in a better way, and the carrier oil was one of them. So he's worked with pharmacies to have MCT oil as the carrier oil. So instead of inflaming your body as you're trying to get healthier by optimizing your testosterone, you're reducing inflammation.
That's fascinating. I wonder, maybe we should think about using tallow.
Now, it might be so thick that you can't get it into a syringe. But you might have a bias with vested interest.
I think I do. How'd that stuff feel on your skin a day later?
I love it. The white chocolate bison tallow balm, get it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I'm stoked to see you stoked on it. I'm so stoked on it. Anytime a friend gets stoked on it, I'm extra. A stoked shared is a stoked doubled. A sorrow shared is a sorrow halved. Remember that from the Rob Ross retreats?
Nope.
Okay.
No, but I like it. I like hearing it for the first time, a second time.
If we were going to do a retreat together again, where would you want it to be the most?
Oh, that's a good question. Dude, here is epic. Like the hikes, the beauty. I mean, I would say Boulder.
Well, you know what says, what comes easiest demands the most value. Who says that?
I don't remember.
Mutual friend.
Comes Brennan Hawk.
Yeah. Boom.
How could I not have that on the first?
How are we doing on time?
I actually don't know because maybe it's 35 minutes.
That would make sense. That makes sense. Yeah, great. Thanks for sticking with me this long.
Oh, absolutely, brother.
Yeah. How are you feeling in your body right now, sensation-wise?
It's a good question. I feel tightness in my jaw. I've got liners in my teeth trying to expand my palate, so
I see those.
We're looking to assign blame. And I notice a sensation in my colon, which is slightly mild diarrhea induced.
What do you think that's from?
Whenever I'm at altitude, I tend to get a little diarrhea. And I think what that says about me is I have ancestral trauma, childhood stuff, and my astrology is at fault.
And why is that you're wearing those widening palettes?
Oh, it's a good question, because I snore. I have a pretty ridiculous sleep apnea. So, just fairly drastically suffocating multiple times throughout the night. And I've, it had its, I remember being 20 years old and girlfriend at the time, can't sleep in the same bed with me. So I'm seeing a really cool airway dental specialist in Austin, because normally okay, you have sleep apnea, here's this Joe Biden machine, put it on your face, sleep with it all night. Addresses a symptom and it can really dramatically help you. So I'm trying more of a fix my body approach. So we're working on expanding my palate to create more room in my mouth for my tongue. Because when he showed me my x-rays, it looks like a miracle that I can breathe at all. And I was awake for these x-rays, my esophagus has so little room in it. Which what he tells me is that's because there's not enough room in my mouth for my tongue. So if I'm not just letting my tongue hang out, it means it goes backwards. So looking to expand on, a matter of millimeters can make a big difference. So
Wow.
the liners help with that, allegedly.
So theoretically, it makes me think of theoretically if someone has a girlfriend in this situation, that fellatio could be prescribed by the doctor.
That would the moments of that would probably help. Is fellatio the guy giving it to the girl?
No, I think it's fellatio giving head.
Oh,
I was just thinking like how deep throating could help you.
I appreciate you caring enough to think about that. I'm good just suffocating instead.
I appreciate how silent it is right now in here.
That's
That's
nice.
amazing, especially with 2 pit bulls in the bathroom. That's
Yeah.
impressive. All right, let's get because I do want to get Cal on the show, but before we do, I gotta talk about something we have in common, that we're dads co-parenting.
Yeah.
Wow, how old's Wilder?
4 3/4. So 5 in a few months.
So because there seems to be a lot of people in Boulder that I even know that are going through tough divorces with young children. Have any advice for the fathers out there?
It's good. And they're already
they might be in the end of it. They might be in the thick of it. They might be at the beginning of it. They might be revisiting.
Yeah. A couple things and I'm not going to go. I think just the most important advice, always prioritize your child. Always think of what's in their best interest. The problem is they're going through a divorce, even if it's for the best, it's going to be one of the tougher times of their life. So you want to go into self-protection, and rightfully so. You're going through a big, tough thing. But you got to make sure you remind yourself you're living for something more than yourself. You have to prioritize your child. I think it can be easy to be selfish, and doing that, maybe you're lashing out at your ex or something in front of the child or even publicly. That is so bad for the child. So always think about what's in the child's best interest and prioritize that. And then as far as taking care of yourself, something, beginning stages of my divorce, I'll never forget, I was on the phone with you. I was in Nashville doing comedy shows. I assume you were here. And I was going to the gym right before the shows. And you said something like, let the gym be your therapy. Work out hard, get out your energy, your aggression. And that was so valuable to me. Since then, I put on another 10 pounds, not because I necessarily wanted to, but I do find the best thing for my mental health has been working out hard and doing workouts where it feels like I'm suffocating and, lactic acid, but really pushing myself physically. The side effect is oh, you become better. But the primary purpose is it helps me right now, helps calm my mind, helps get out all this energy that's moving. So yeah, for guys, what I would say after make sure your child is your North Star, exercise hard, consistently and often.
Well, the proof is in the pudding. Yeah. Oh man.
Which, by the way, you're legitimately looking more jacked than you were 12 years ago when we met, and you were in your 20s when we met.
Yeah,
Here we are 3 decades later, but hats off to you. I mean, you're legitimately, if that's how you pronounce that word, you're legitimately super jacked, brother.
Yeah, I've heard that from a few people. It's amazing. I get That's the the most common interaction I have in Boulder is a guy talking about my physique.
Yeah.
I am shirtless most of the time, so
Yeah,
that might help.
The-
Which I also think helps people get more jacked. There's
Yeah.
something about, I truly believe there's something about the more you expose certain parts of your body, the bigger they get.
Interesting. I heard a statistic recently that I think it's like it's way less common to have six-pack abs than it is to be a millionaire.
Something like that.
Just like markedly, you are much more of a unicorn if you just have six-pack abs. Not even like jacked on top of that, but just six-pack
Yeah, I've
abs.
heard this.
So it's kind of like if someone pulls up in a Ferrari, they get noticed. Like, whoa, look, they're probably a millionaire. And that's fun to notice, but it's kind of like you're a billionaire if you're especially over the age of 40 nonetheless, and you're in great shape. Because that doesn't happen by accident. Like, you wear your choices. And I think people they probably admire your body subconsciously. I think they're admiring your choices and your dedication.
Yeah, I appreciate it. There's like a 10% that do it, they're like really uncomfortable. So
Yeah.
they do it in a patronizing way. They're like,
What's that sound like?
do you guys, do you have some protein, bro? Or can I get some protein? Something like that. I'm like, okay, thank you.
Which that makes sense. Like, there was a guy that pulled up outside the hotel in a Ferrari last night, and I was kind of like, well, this insecure guy. So I was probably just doing that same version to.
But no, you didn't express it to him.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Just passive aggressively to Cal about him.
Yeah. Yeah. And Boulder's a very fit town. That helps.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that helps a lot. The environmental thing. And I used to, when we hung out a lot before I was traveling so much, so I would more surf and work out when I could.
Yeah.
But like being in one spot next to the playground, next to the creek, I've really made pull-ups a priority.
That's awesome.
And if y'all want to, when Davina gets here, if we have time, we can go to a pull-up pyramid where we do 100 pull-ups together.
Let's do it.
It's real
So
nice.
is that like 33 1/3 a piece?
And then what we do is,
Or we
I
each
go
do
1,
100?
1, 2, 2, 2.
Until you
3,
get to
3,
nine?
until 10. And then you go back down to 9, 9, 9, 8, 8, 8. And then we're like just watching each other. It's
Yeah.
kind of like a military style, but that's 100.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
It's nice. And I'm such a believer in pull-ups.
Yeah.
As we are embark upon our fitness longevity legacy, what do you find most effective for workouts or that it will work forever?
So learning the hard way what's not most effective that I've just changed the past 6 months is the heavier the better. I would find it's just a matter of time before I strain another muscle, pop some tendon again. So for me, I find the hardest workouts, and they're also the most sustainable, you're kind of like CrossFit with a focus on form, where you're stacking a bunch of stuff back to back, so big circuits. That's kind of lighting my fires now. You're getting cardio, you're getting strength, you're getting endurance, and it's also a lot faster to complete the workout.
Do you think the more like what I said earlier about the parts of your body that you've exposed more become better looking?
I haven't noticed that correlation.
I asked you that because I thought you would say no.
Yeah. I fell into it. No, I wish, fuck.
I'm going to catch one of these.
Bruce Lee would.
Oh.
No, but since you started wearing short shorts, your legs got bigger.
Maybe. Yeah. But I wonder, I of course have a vanity component to me. I think if they're bigger, then I'm more willing to expose it. Yeah. There might be that at play.
Chicken egg.
Yeah. And also the company, I don't remember the last pair of shorts I bought. So chubbies and thigh huggers just sending me all their products, and they're all short shorts. That's also a correlation to what I expose most. What company sends me their clothing and how is their clothing cut?
Oh, I almost got it. On that note, because I've really been with you since the beginning of seeing like your career really take just so many different evolutions and directions.
Yeah.
And mostly, from what I can tell, awesomeness.
No, I appreciate that.
And what about those? What are the things you've learned the most along the way, like that have kept you going? Because it's one thing. It's not like you're a one-hit wonder by any means. You just keep going.
Yeah.
Like the Energizer Bunny over here.
Yeah. I think there's probably three lessons just come to mind that have been huge. First lesson, it works for me. I'll just project it onto people. You have to be willing to go through the fear of letting go of something good to experience something great. And for me, that was transitioning from my old career of like exercise and health coaching, which was good. I loved it. And it was scary to let that go. So that was a big lesson. Letting go of something good allows you to find something more gooder. Second piece is the least sexy that I've learned is consistency is maybe 90% of the puzzle. And then the third is a willingness to change. So the downside of consistency is you get very habitual and it's great. You do what you do over and over and over again and probably get a little bit better each iteration. But the challenge with consistency is it becomes familiar. It's like a predictable structure. But I know my heart has called me to make changes various times. Like COVID was a big one where I go from, doing comedy on new age culture, health trends to, no, we're standing for fucking America. And calling out stuff. I have no idea how it could be controversial. But what I was calling out was considered highly controversial. So that was an example of my heart calling me to change. And in a way that was scary, there wasn't really any choice about it. But I've just noticed change is necessary. Like another piece of change is after the end of this year, I won't be doing stand-up comedy shows for at least a year period. Maybe forever, I don't know, but I've just been called to change that. And that might be a letting go of something good, where something great then comes in. A friend who just moved to Austin, we've done one of his events together, Kyle Cease. He talks about how, change is scary because our minds can measure what we're going to lose, but they can't measure what we're going to gain because it's a mystery. You might have an idea. Even if you do, there's no guarantees you're going to get that. And I think oftentimes our ideas are based on our mind's plans, but I think what God has planned for us is usually a little bit more cool than what our plans are. Man plans, God laughs. So yeah, that's just another example of a recent change that I've been like, I didn't want to make, but it's just like, I can feel my heart's calling to make that change.
I appreciate you for the courage to do that, and I've seen you do that over the years. How many years for us? I know we talked about.
So, yeah, we met 2013.
Oh, so we're pretty good. We're way past the 7-year mark.
12 years.
Yes.
We probably won't have to get divorced.
And I definitely applaud you, especially as the prominent public figure you are, for how you stood up against what I thought was some of the scariest propaganda I've ever seen since I've been alive. Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Anytime. Actually.
Yeah.
It becomes a joy to do.
Yeah, that got crazy. And everything you said about the letting go and willingness to change, I think this might be a cool time to have Cal come on. Do you have a question for me while Cal scoots his booty in between both of us? And you can always ask more questions too, but just
No, I don't think I have a question. Cal, do you want to put this on?
Yeah, I'll pop it on.
We'll put Cal's the middle child.
all right. Speaking of, do you have siblings? I should.
Yeah, I got a brother and a sister.
Have I met either one of them?
No.
Somehow that's never happened.
No.
Because when did I first meet you?
In 2012, actually. I went on a retreat in Costa Rica in 2012.
That's the year the Mayans ended the world.
Yeah.
We're all
Yeah.
denial of it.
Something happened, especially with time. And then when was Nathaniel's wedding?
2016.
All right, cool. And somewhere along the lines, you enjoyed the retreat so much and you enjoyed sales so much that you started selling our retreats for us.
Yeah, because after that retreat, after college, I did a season of door-to-door sales, which was crazy. And then Nathaniel actually was like, yo, we're trying to find someone to help us sell the retreats. And then I got on board with you guys. And then very quickly after that, we did a few retreats and then you guys disbanded.
Yeah.
Right after that, as far as doing the
together as brothers. Yeah. Yep. You were really good at doing that. You seem to be really good at everything you do.
Some things. I mean, I think I'm
that you put your...
Yeah. I think I'm decent at a lot of stuff if I try at it, yeah.
But once again, you were really good at that. And it was then somehow we met JP at Nathaniel's wedding. And I'm imagining you were so good at working with JP, you've been doing it for 7 years.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, he's very good. He's very good at whatever he puts in front of him and does.
So tell us about, because first of all, there's a lot of public figures out there that could use, I'm not sure how you would describe it, but you know how Joe Rogan has his, what's his name?
Jamie.
Yeah. Gary Vee has he had someone like that.
D-Rock or something.
D-Rock.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all considered how is y'all, is that something that you would say, or how would you describe that, Cal?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I think JP was successful before and will be successful after us working together, but I think it's been super enjoyable working for him. We get along super well, and it's been 7 years, a super good partnership. Yeah.
There's a book about a visionary and an integrator. Have y'all heard this? Rocket Fuel or something like that?
No.
And I'm not sure if that directly applies to this, but I'm just so stoked that y'all met somehow because of the Rob Ross, and here we are sitting as Rob Ross.
It's all because of you, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's all just so.
I met my ex because of you.
Yeah.
Which I'm, by the not joking, I'm so grateful for. Beautiful child. So
Holy moly! Did you sell? Were you selling retreats when Diana signed up for one?
No. I went I went on the first retreat before before you guys met, but then you guys were together, and then after that, I
okay, that would have been
He
something
sold
too.
her
I mean, he
spot.
kind of did by going. So I have to thank you for supporting us along the ways as well. And so now, 7 years. Y'all's relationship is now transitioning. It's not like a divorce though. It's more like a.
It's kind of like what he was talking about before, which was inspiring to hear. Just change. I've done it for 7 years, and it's been super good. And JP's been an incredible mentor, person to work for. And then we also go really hard and make a lot of videos, and it's increased every single year. So it's a lot. And then it's been a lot of pressure over time. And then I've been cool with that because I like working hard, and it's been a good situation, and it's creative and it's fun and growth and all that stuff. And then I had just a wake up call one day where I was just I'm super stressed, and I was I think I should move on and do something else in a similar space, and still I would love to still help JP and stuff, but I had that idea. I was damn, I need to do something else, even though it's scary because it's such a good situation. So it's so hard to walk away from something that is working.
Let go of the good for something greater.
Yeah.
That seems to be maybe the theme of this communication today.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's cool how supportive he is. I told him literally less than a week ago.
and he was just like super chill about it.
Super stoked for you. Like
Yeah.
Selfishly, I would want to keep you forever. Like Cal leaving, there's a huge hole to fill, not with a person, but multiple people. And so selfishly, I'd want to keep him forever. But yeah, when you told me, I just felt so stoked for you. Like it makes perfect sense. I think it is good for you because I look at how you work and it's like, yeah, I wouldn't like, yeah, the most meaningful things in life you probably don't have room to allow into your life with how hard we go. And yeah, just caring so much about you as a person, I'm so grateful that you're following your heart.
Yeah, thank you.
It was pretty surreal to be here with y'all talking about this. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Oh, so what are you gonna do?
So yeah, my goal right now is to like spend half of my week doing like kind of like YouTube strategy filming, like kind of like YouTube type contracting work for people to hopefully like just like pay my bills with that. And then the other half of my week, I want to try to make my own YouTube videos because like I actually struggled with that for a long time because I have a YouTube channel and I've started it in 2017. I've put very little work into it. And then I make now like one video a year, but it's like I have 20,000 subscribers from very low effort. And then, because I don't want to be an influencer, like I don't necessarily like the idea like of putting myself out there like that. But then I had the realization where I was like, I think I actually do want to do that and not be an influencer, but like creatively like put out my own videos. And I think I know how to do that from doing it for so long for JP. And I feel like there's a lot of cool things that can come from that. So I actually like want to try it. Yeah.
But the part that confuses me a little bit is you want to grow your YouTube channel, but not be an influencer.
Yeah.
Faceless.
So
No, not faceless, not faceless. No, I would have my face on screen, but I think like I wouldn't necessarily want to be an influencer. Like I don't want to post on short form or TikTok or Instagram, but I think there's a way to like, I think you can make like helpful like YouTube videos and have like a few 100,000 subscribers and not really be an influencer.
Oh, interesting.
Like you can have like a small channel that like does well, that like you don't really ever get recognized, but like some people know who you are, but like you're like helpful, but you're not like, I don't like short form as much because you're basically like inserting yourself into the algorithm where people are like passively watching and then you just like show up. But like YouTube, people like click on your video and like consensually watch it. And it's like, seems like a healthier, yeah, it seems healthier. Whereas like I get cringed out by like seeing some stuff on Instagram that you're just like, everything is non-consensual. It's just showing you random stuff. And like, I don't want to be a part of that.
But most people do. Most people want to get famous for sharing useless information.
I know.
You want to stay non-famous by sharing useful.
Yeah.
That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah.
So why is that? Why do you think? I'm just wondering, since this is the Breaking Normal podcast, why are you breaking normal like that?
I think, like, I just feel like, I don't know, like being like an Instagram influencer or famous on Instagram or TikTok just seems like the worst way to do it. I know some people love it and it does super well for them, but like short form, you're barely sharing any information. I don't really want the vanity of like fame or inauthenticity or any of that kind of stuff. So yeah.
You want to help out.
Yeah, to be helpful.
Help
There's ways to
humanity
be helpful, to make like a helpful video.
Social media.
Yeah. You can be super helpful, but not like super well known. And yeah.
Who is an example of someone that you think is super helpful and super not well known?
I don't know. I mean, that's a good question. Like, I follow some random people, but I don't actually know. To be honest.
Which might mean they're doing what you want to do well, thus you don't know about them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But like, you should get back on YouTube.
I kind of like repost things, but you mean like vlogging?
Okay, I didn't know. Yeah. You should
like repost shorts from these podcasts, but it's not like an effort for YouTube.
Yeah, you're not putting in YouTube effort.
Really, that effort is really towards Instagram and my podcast. Like using Instagram as like showing people like check
do you
out
put like the video podcast on YouTube as well?
Yeah, the full one.
Under a different channel.
No, my same channel.
Under your personal channel.
Yeah, it's just I'm not pushing that hard. People are watching those. I have some friends that watch it. They very much appreciate watching them on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube's dope for podcasts. Most of my podcasts, because I have YouTube Premium, so I download it at like the lowest quality, and like I do most of my podcasting on YouTube. But I will say, like, you should I feel like from being here, it's the same thing as JP. I'm like, damn, it feels like it hasn't been that long, but it's been a long time. But like, you're an inspiring person and like super charismatic. And I think you would do so well on, like, I see the stuff you post on Instagram, and I think you would do so freaking well on YouTube.
All right. Yeah, maybe I should start, because I think the main shift I need to do with that is just like make a video for YouTube.
Yeah.
Instead of just reposting on YouTube.
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
thing. What about you, JP? I mean, freaking A, juggernaut of social media success.
Yeah.
What do you have any other formulas for people to consider if that's a route they're trying to take, whether they're trying to be famous or not?
Oh yeah, I think if you're trying to be famous, you're definitely taking the wrong route. Like, you're coming from a perspective of offering nothing of value and making it all about you trying to get significance. That's what fame is. It's a sense of significance, and it's just like trying to feel better. And it's like, well, I'm going to use this drug because it makes me feel better. But showing up fully and offering something of value, that's like using exercise to feel better, or eating real foods to feel better. So yeah, if your desire is to get famous, you're like, your life is more than that. And we all hear like fame can't fulfill you, money can't fulfill you. Doesn't stop people from trying. It's still very alluring, and it's the most stimulating thing to your ego. So yeah, my recommendation is self-discover. If you want to get famous, why you want to get famous. You're going to find something empty inside of you that needs to be addressed. Please address it now. It's just going to be better for you. And then as far as if you're creating content, not for the purpose of fame, but for the purpose of, maybe this could be a viable career path, I can make money on YouTube. Know your purpose, know the value you're trying to deliver. Just always know those things and keep them in mind, because it's you making it about something bigger than yourself, truly helping people. Like Tony Robbins, I know we've both done some work with him. He talks about, and I'm paraphrasing, but the path to living hell is make everything about you. But the path to joy is contribution to something greater than yourself, which typically means the lives of people around you. That can be your family, should be your family and friends first and foremost. But if you're looking at content, then whoever's watching it, ask yourself, how is this making their lives better? Is it helping them think a little better, helping them guide their choices, find better products? So letting your mission and purpose, knowing the value you're trying to deliver, be your guiding light is great. Otherwise, if you're using your fame, your significance, everything about you as your guiding light, that's like trying to get somewhere by drunk driving. It's not what I would recommend.
Is this audio going to work like this?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah. His
Great.
definitely picks up. Yeah.
Great stuff. I'm like, I want to re-listen to that.
Yeah.
We're getting close to when Davini's going to be back from gymnastics.
Right.
Y'all have anything you want to make sure that we might share that hasn't been?
Yeah, last thing, maybe most important thing on my mind and heart, is how much I admire you and your dedication to raising Davina. I know once I had Wilder, it just in an instant I learned this is the most important thing, the highest purpose in anyone's life is raising a child. And the way you have been so dedicated as a dad, raising her, I've told you before, it inspires me more than anyone else in my life. So I just want to recognize you for that, brother.
Thank you. Yeah, it means a lot coming from you, and I think it's very resonant to what we're talking about, the kind of like the me versus we.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that having a daughter is the most direct, obvious example of that.
Yeah.
That the best thing I can do for me is the best thing I can do for her, to make that first. Yeah, it makes it pretty clear. And I think it is. It's like compelling for the rest of the life, like the rest of my life. Like, is the best thing I can do. Not only is the best thing I can do for my daughter, the best thing I can do for me, but maybe the best thing I can do for everyone.
Mm.
Until I get focused and creative around that, it takes some tenacity, and it takes some surrender, and and it takes that shift from the me to the we, or the me to the her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything from you, Cal?
No, I would say like the bison tallow
Oh yeah,
is
let's see.
legit.
Oh yeah,
White
bison
chocolate,
tallow right here. This is what they're talking about. In case it's like the first time you're seeing this.
super good. Yeah, Daniel's legit. It's cool to see him. Like he's an inspiring dude, and it's been fun being here in Boulder.
Yeah. And by the way, shockingly underpriced. I was telling
Yeah,
you,
it might change. That price might change actually, because we're having situations with supply as well. So,
and even if you bump it up, it's even if you double it, it's still underpriced compared to how boutique beauty products position themselves. So
appreciate you pointing that out actually.
But yeah, it smells amazing and way less greasy than every other tallow I've used. It's like thicker, and like you put it on and it doesn't, like with my tallow at home, I have to put like such a small amount on, otherwise my face is like greased up like crazy.
Yeah, this, I think most people, what I like about it, especially for y'all that are in relationships or just like to smell good in general, like most guys and or girls that use this, their partner loves the smell.
Yeah.
And I've heard from other tallows, they're like, she thinks I smell like a barn.
Yeah, normal tallows I don't like the smell of, but I know you've got emu oil in there, organic essential oils. Smell is great. Honestly, this tallow will change your life.
It will.
If you have a broken leg, get this tallow. If you're going through a relationship breakup, get this tallow. Whatever it is, this product is guaranteed to have results. The results might vary.
That was very FDA approved of you. Thank you.
I was thinking of the FDA. I love 3-letter agencies.
All right. Well, on that note, speaking of inspiring, I know you can do some pull-ups. So when Davina gets here, if she's down to just continue the gymnastics, maybe get some pull-ups and hit the creek.
Let's get the 100 pyramid in.
Listen, hey, keep breaking normal, y'all. Thanks for making this happen. And thanks for doing another like different version of the podcast. It'd be fun. Re-listen to the first episode. Do you remember the first question I asked you on the first episode by any chance? I think I asked you about pre-show poops or pees. Like, did you have to go poop right before the podcast? Or like, do you have to go poop right before you go on stage? That's
pee.
right.
And
you said pee. That's what you said. And you get the pre-show pees, not the poops. This is my chance to catch it.
May not.
All right, Daniel's son. All right. See y'all.
We're out.
Nice.